Hi, everyone. Before I start this episode, I just want to say that I apologize if you're watching on YouTube because I look like I'm melting. Can you tell that I'm not used to warm weather? Can you tell that I live in Newfoundland? Because, this is the first hot week that we've had, and I have been kind of struggling. Like, I love it. I'm not one to complain about heat ever. I love it so much. But I have just been so warm. And it's so warm in this house. You'll probably notice that I am not filming in my usual setup. I am just kind of all over the place with life right now, and I'm mostly staying at my partner's house. So that is where I'm recording. But it's also very hot here, and I am melting. And so thanks for ignoring that. And also keep an eye out for all the future video episodes, which are going to continue to be on YouTube. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Newfound Happy Hour. My name is Sarah, and if you haven't seen this podcast before, there's a mixture of episodes I've done by myself and episodes I've done with other people. But today, it is just me. It's a quick episode. I just want to talk about, like, my life right now and some fun things I've been doing and just some thoughts that I have been having. And this is the first episode that's going to be on YouTube, I think. So everything from the very beginning of the podcast up until now should be on YouTube now. The first, I think, like 3 seasons were not in video. It's only, I think, the end of like season 3 that I have on video, and then every episode in season 4, which we are in right now. But yeah, summer has happened in Newfoundland. It is here. I'm sweating. You can probably tell. I probably look like I'm melting. I feel like I'm sweating all my makeup off, and I'm not mad about it. I love summer. I love the heat. I love like nothing more than walking outside in shorts and sandals. And I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I also wanted to start off by saying Happy Pride Month. Like, I feel like we all need to be okay with sexuality being a spectrum, and it's okay. And it doesn't need to be this big bad thing. But the main point of today's episode is I've just been thinking about like how I'm so happy with where I'm at in life, and I don't know. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging or that I'm like just ranting about how happy I am. I think that would be tone deaf to just do that, but like I'm always happy for people when I see them like sharing certain things and talking about certain things and how like happy they are and how they've gotten out of hard and bad times. And I feel like I've been on this big self-growth journey the past like 5 years, and like I would be proud of someone else for being in this position. So why like am I kind of avoiding being proud of myself? I don't know if that's relatable to anyone, but like in all aspects of my life, and I kind of talked about this on the episode for the new year, for the last episode of 2024, of like just how I got to be where I'm at with certain things. Like I have worked so many different jobs my whole life since I was 15. I've been in a career for a long time, and I'm only now just getting promoted to like a higher ranking position. I have been saving for my whole 20s to be able to afford a house. And a lot of times it felt like I was really behind because some people were buying houses and moving out in their early 20s and their mid 20s. And like my house is only now just getting started, and I'm 30. And by the time it's done, I'll be 31. So like, I think I felt behind, but I also was trying not to care, which was the right thing to do. But yeah, just like working, saving, spending a lot of time single, dating the wrong people. I feel like that whole decade, like it took me that whole decade to get to where I am. And so I am proud of that. And we need to talk about like getting out of bad positions. Not that I was in a bad position, but like normalize taking a long time to get where you want to be. And it's hard because there's some people who like find love really young and buy a house really young and get a great job really young. And that just did not happen for me. And I am so freaking thankful because my whole 20s have been so great. And like it's like all the hard work that took me so long to do is now like putting me in the position that I'm in. And a lot of the times I was wondering if I was doing the right thing, like if I should have sucked it up and stayed at my corporate job, or like if I should have saved more money earlier and not traveled as much. But I'm at this place now where one of my best friends lives in Toronto and I've been visiting her like every 4 months. I counted the other day. I have visited her in Toronto 13 times since fall of 2021. And like that's like I am so lucky to have been able to do that. And in the moment I was like, should I be going again? Like, and I did have a WestJet MasterCard, I will say. That did help a lot with getting free flights or discounted flights. But in the moment I was like, I don't know if I should be doing this. And now that she's getting ready to move home and that era of my life where I go there so often is going to be over, I'm like, thank God I went on all the trips. Like, thank God I went as often as I did. Probably should have gone a couple more times. So, anyway, I feel like I'm in a good spot in multiple aspects of life. It's kind of been going this way the past like 6 months. But yeah, all of that to say, like, you just shouldn't be on anyone else's timeline but your own. The same thing with my relationship. Like, I also planned to be alone. Like, I was convinced that I was going to be alone and that I was never going to find a partner. Like, I was fully convinced. And I planned my life as if that wasn't going to happen. And it made it that much better when it did happen. Like, it's just such a nice addition to my already great life. And then, like, all my experiences with like dating and being single led me to do this, which is so fun. And I don't know, I just wanted to rant about it. I don't know if that's relatable. I don't know if that helps anyone to feel good about starting anything later in life or taking a longer time to get somewhere because you're enjoying the experience more than you would actually enjoy the thing. And like I always used to say, like, I know that this is right, but in the moment when you see everyone buying houses or moving out, and I've lived at home that whole time, like, you kind of start to doubt yourself. But I always said, like, if I bought a house at any time in my 20s, I would have been so lonely. And the only point to have done that would be so that I can sit in a big empty house or small empty house by myself and just sit there and say, good for me, I bought this house. Like, for me, that wouldn't have been fulfilling. Doesn't mean it's not fulfilling for other people. Like, that's such a great thing to do, especially, like, it's such an amazing thing to be able to do when you're younger. But for me, like, I am so happy at the trajectory that my life took and that I am where I am. And summer is here. And I've been doing so many fun things. I was on NTV talking about this podcast and speed dating. I was on Out of the Fog talking about the same thing. I've been doing this podcast, which is fun. I've taken a little break recently because life is so busy. And I've been hosting the speed dating events. I've met people from that, which has been so nice. I was on a podcast recently. I think there's clips online now for the episode. The actual episode isn't posted yet, but it's the Taking Action podcast, which was really fun. And I was talking about speed dating and relationships and all of that too. And the next episode of this podcast is with Mike, who does the Taking Action podcast, talking a bit more in depth about relationships. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the next episode. But I've been having so much fun. And I have been living my best life. And like, this stage of life isn't going to last forever. So I need to enjoy it. And I think we need to just like be happy with our wins and celebrate them and be proud. And yeah. Does that make sense? Is that relatable? I don't know. And also, like, thinking about all the things that I thought I wanted 5-10 years ago and how, like, it seemed like it was going to take such a long time to get them and so much work and, like, so many delays. But if anyone is a Taylor Swift fan, like, she recently just purchased back all of her music and had the chance to do that. And when you think about it, like, that woman's whole career, I was saying this to my friends the other day, her whole career is based on taking the things that didn't work out and making something from it. And like using the experience to make something better. And so Like, how boring would life be if everything worked out? Like, the life that I would be living would not be a life that I am happy with if the things that I wanted out of high school, out of university, out of past relationships, like if they had have worked out, I would not be as happy as I am right now. So, that's the point of the episode. Don't put yourself on anyone else's timeline and appreciate your setbacks because they can probably lead you to better things than what you originally planned for. But yeah, that is it for today. I just wanted to do like a quick little episode on what I've been doing and why I've been so busy. And I'm going to Toronto. This was the other thing I was going to say. Like, I'm going to Toronto in 2 weeks for like a final last hurrah to kind of end that chapter of my life. And the whole time I was going there every few months, I'm like, oh, should I be doing this? And now it's like bittersweet. I'm like, oh, this is so, like, I'm probably going to cry. I told the girls that who I'm going to visit, like, I'm probably going to cry multiple times. Because it's also sad to get older. And anyway, that's a whole other thing. But the fact that like that stage of our life is over, but it was so much fun. And that's just how I feel about all aspects of my life. Like, it's a good feeling to have. And that also comes with accepting the things that didn't work out. But anyway, you can find me at New Fan Happy Hour on all social media. YouTube is going to be the place where the video episodes are now. They used to be on Spotify. I'm going to change that and just do everything on YouTube. It's a little bit easier to just have one place and just keep it all there. And YouTube is actually pretty easy for uploading and editing and everything. But as usual, if anyone wants to come on and talk about something, rant about something, share an experience, let me know. And have a good weekend.